Hi guys, how are we all doing? It's Andy here from Peninsula Painting Projects and welcome back to the channel. Now today I'm quite happy, it's Wednesday. I went to WH Smith's and I was able to buy my copy of Conquest issue 24, that's right, yeah, issue 24. I'm quite happy because what I done was I spoke to one of the managers there and apparently they have a filing cabinet behind the till. You pay a £20 deposit and each week they'll put whichever magazine you request, whether it's, I don't know, a White Dwarf or Wargame Illustrated or a comic book or Warhammer Conquest, they'll put that behind in this filing cabinet under your file. And basically what they do is this £20 deposit, if you never come back and they've been putting stuff in there, they just use that to basically pay for the magazine. And obviously I intend to come back each week, so that's one way how I've ensured that I'm going to get this each week. Now a lot of people, here it is here, a lot of people have been making comments or complaining that this is a free sprue set, the Redempted Dreadnought kit, the easy build one is a free sprue kit, and we're only getting this sprue, and if you look how small it is, now I was quite shocked myself when I seen the pictures on Facebook, how small the sprue is. Now, I've actually got a positive perspective about this, guys, and I've got a little, it's a bit of a tip, bit of a hint, bit of a tip. You don't have to do it, but I would probably advise you to do it. So wait until I've turned the camera around and I'll explain all that. Also, come and join my Facebook group, guys. Peninsula Hobby and Chill. We've been discussing hobby building, army building, stuff like that. We've been asking each other for advice, like other Space Wolves players. Is this unit good enough? Is this unit better? So we're just having a general chit chat about the hobby, guys. And it's not just Warhammer 40k. We've got people who collect historicals and people who play different independent games as well. So just come along, join the group, and let's have some fun. Let's turn this camera around, guys, and I'll see you in a second. Nice intro. So guys, this is the magazine. Obviously we need to take the cellophane off, so we'll do that now to remove any glare from this. Now, this Redempted Dreadnought kit is the easy to build one. It retails at £25 RRP, and we're obviously getting it for £7.99 one week and £7.99 the other week. So we're pretty much getting it for about, is it 40% off? Which, to be honest with you guys, I don't think any retailer out there could sell it for that cheap. And if they were to do that, they would be absolutely bonkers. So anyway, why have I got a positive perspective about this one sprue within the magazine? Now for me, obviously, I'm on a bit of a journey. I want to, improve my painting style. I want to learn as many techniques, and I want to improve any techniques that I've already learned. Now for me, painting vehicles, I'm absolutely terrible at them. I've got a Redempted Dreadnought to the right of me now, which I'll show you in a second, which I've painted up. But what I would say to you guys is this: clip this out. Obviously file it down and everything. You can't glue nothing at the moment, but I would prime it, base coat it, start doing your washes, your recessed washes and stuff, and start edge highlighting it now. Because think of it in this type of way: if you're just looking at this part here and that's all you're going to edge highlight, that right there isn't much of a challenge, is it? Just edge height. In fact, edge height in all four of these parts is not a challenge at all. But if you then bring this whole thing into the equation and you want to edge highlight the whole thing, and you want to base the whole thing, and you want to prime the whole thing, now that to me is a more daunting task than literally just doing this sprue and then next week doing the rest. Now, so that's my perspective on it, and it doesn't really bother me that much, to be honest, that it's only on one sprue, because quite frankly, for me personally, I'm glad that it wasn't free sprues over 3 issues. That would have really done my head in, to be honest. So I'm actually happy that it's only 1 in this issue and 2 in the next issue. So it's not a big issue for me anyway. Can I say issue any more times? Let's not. So let's move on from that. But this is my Blood Angels one. I bought this, well actually no, my mum bought me this actually for Christmas, when the easy build kits came out, and it's a decent model. Oh yeah, that's what I want to say. When we start building these guys, don't glue the feet. they literally just clip in. See the little knobble there, little nudger thing there. Look at the detail on the foot as well. You know what I mean? The detail in these models, guys, fantastic. Best models in the industry. Anyway, pop that onto there. The other foot, pop onto there. Do not glue it in, because I've not glued this in either. And look, I can take that off. I can probably prise it off. Now, in the future, if you glue that in now, and then you create a bit of a base, bit of sand, bit of dirt, or whatnot, you might think in the future, or you might see someone else's and go, oh, wish I would have done that. I wish I would have got some cork board and built up the base. Yeah, the model's going to be taller. Yeah, he's going to be, you know, a better line of sight for the opponents to shoot at him and stuff, more of a target. But it's your model at the end of the day, guys. And if you want to do that, you know, think in advance. Don't glue the feet on. He's pretty sturdy by just popping him in. See, he's in. Also, the arms, you don't even need to glue the arms on, guys. I haven't even glued this on at all. And I actually painted this individually. That's that part. I've actually still not, I haven't finished them. I need to give them a good wash, like, but you get my drift, guys. I hope you are, and I hope it makes sense. So let's move on and have a little look at the magazine. He put his arm back on. This reminds me of the baddie Robocop in the Robocop films. Was it the first one or was it the third? I'm not too sure. It was one of them anyway. So if you've seen that film, guys, let me know which film that was from. Let's go into the magazine. We'll pop this to one side. Got a big massive base, which is always comes in handy. It's a shame. I think they should put a little stamp on there, say what size it is. There's no size there, is there? But no, that's that. Let me get a little bit closer to the table and let's have a look at the magazine. So issue 24, $7.99. We know this. We're going to learn about Dreadnought, which is interesting because Dreadnoughts for me are one of my, you know, probably one of my most favourite vehicles out there, especially an elite choice as well. I've always liked them, and I've actually got quite a lot, and I've collected quite a lot over the years. I actually bought an eBay bundle, obviously from eBay about 2 years ago, and got a load of Dreadnoughts in there, so probably need to paint them in the future. Anyway, discover Death Guard Hell Brutes. Oh, that's interesting, especially with the fact that the new Hell Brutes have come out, or will be coming out, should I say. They've been, the images are being released on Warhammer community website, and an exciting new mission, which is always interesting to have a little look at. What was I can't remember. There was a question that I got asked the other week. What were my thoughts on the missions? And there's something else. Oh Christ, I forgot it now. I was going to address it in this video. You know what? Hold on like a sec, guys. I'll be back. So that was the question, guys. One of my subscribers or viewers asked what were my thoughts about this being over three issues or 2 issues, and obviously I've subconsciously addressed that. So that's my thoughts on that, guys. And also he also asked what were my thoughts on last week's issue, the fact that the Ultramarines in the final mission had more units. More models in the Death Guard. To be honest with you, I've never really looked into that, to be honest, and that type of thing doesn't bother me. And I've always thought, in terms of gameplay, are these missions actually and are they fair anyway? Because I always get the impression that they're more geared towards the consumer collecting, obviously the Space Marines, the Ultramarines, but to be honest with you, it's not really stood out to me whether they had more or not. And I'd like to think that hopefully you guys who are collecting, hopefully you've made your own mind up and you maybe not just want to collect the Space Marines, because Death Guard are bloody fantastic. I've got a Death Guard army myself. In fact, you can probably see in the background here, he's my favourite. So there's a little model there of the lighting's not the best at the moment, guys, but he's on the Tainted Cohort. So anyway, let's get back to the magazine. The Dreadnoughts. We've got a nice Dark Angels Dreadnought there, and a bit of old-fashioned artwork, which reminds me of when I first started collecting in this hobby. That's an Ultramarines one. That reminds me of probably like the late 90s, early 2000s artwork. So these are Heroes of Legend, and it basically tells you about them. Now for me, I always like to learn more stuff about the hobby, so I'm going to enjoy reading this and having a little scout through of it, and then we've got some information about Venerable Dreadnoughts, which, if you haven't already guessed, they're a bit better than normal Dreadnoughts. And then you've got the Redemptor Dreadnoughts, which technically should be better than the latter. Sorry, yeah, the latter and the former, should I say. So we've got some more information there about that, which, you know, nice bit of artwork there, more Ultramarine stuff. So basically, collect Ultramarines or die, in other words. Now, in this picture, we've got the easy build Redemptor and the multi-part Redemptor, which I think is about £45. I managed to get one of them in the Tooth and Claw box set. So like I've said previous times, if you do want to save money, guys, try and save up your money and get the bigger box sets. You do get more value for money, and that's, you know, obviously I understand that not everyone earns a lot of money, not everyone, people have got different outgoings than other people, but if you do want to do this hobby and you don't want, you know, the price to what's the word, to put you off, basically, I would advise trying to maybe save your money behind and get the bigger box sets, which you could probably buy at primalwargames.com or primalwargames.co.uk. So this is obviously the war gear options for this is the multi-part one. We've got rockets at the top there. We've got another weapon on the hand, the power fist there. So I think it's a lovely model. I've got one for my Blood Angels, one for my Space Wolves. This one in this set is going to be for my Ultramarines, and then the multi-part one, I'm undecided whether I'm going to put them in my primary force of Space Wolves, because obviously my Space Wolves are my number one, but in like the lore, the background story, they're not too happy with the whole Primaris situation. So anyway, here's some weapons, more information about the weapons there, which is pretty cool. Lovely. Oh, and the Hell Boots now. So the Hell Boots are the Chaos version of Dreadnoughts, which, if I was you guys and you're collecting Death Guard, I would probably maybe get one or two, or maybe just one for now. Save your money, guys, you know. It's a walker again, it's a heavy support role. I thought they were elite role. Maybe it's changed in 8th edition, maybe. And the Hell Boots go a little bit crazy and stuff. So here's, ooh, that's interesting. So you've got a Death Guard Hell Boot, Black Legion, is that? Yeah. Night Lords and Khorne. That's very interesting. I like how they've done that. And then, oh, Baal Under Siege. So this is another mission, I'm guessing, or background story. And obviously how to assemble it, but obviously we've only got one sprue at the moment. So it'll be interesting to see what's in next week's issue, because obviously they've already covered how to assemble it. Maybe they're going to do how to paint it next week. And here's some missions. Corvan 2, Infiltration. Ooh, Infiltration. That's interesting. Bit of deep strike action there. I know Infiltration with the Reivers. Yeah, they can go behind enemy lines, can't they? So yeah, that's that. Yeah, that's cool. A bit of explanation here about D3 rolling. So if a rule requires you to roll a D3, roll a dice, which is obviously a D6, got 6 sides, and half the total rounding up. So if you roll a 1 or a 2, it equals a 1. A 3 to a 4, it equals a 2. Or 5 to 6 equals a 3. So that's pretty, I like that little addition there, it's very good. And then this is another little mission there. And that's that. And then in the following week, your next Conquest issue 25, you complete your Redemptor Dreadnought, detailed painting guide, and Dreadnought weapons. So in this one we've covered the Redemptor weapons, and next week we're going to cover the Dreadnought weapons. And then issue 26. Now I'm sure when all these leaks came out, there's rumours that issue 26 was going to be a blank one. That's not the case. We're getting a Reichland Flesh Shade wash, which is good for obviously your skin tones and your light cream colours and ochre colours. And then you're getting another Abaddon Black. Depending on how many boxes you bought in issue 1, you might not need this at the moment, but you know, Abaddon Black's a decent little paint. Reikland Flesh Shade is another good shade paint. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and we'll find out how much that was worth in the future videos, guys. So guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the Dreadnought. Have you used it before? Have you just collect them and paint? Have you painted it? What did you think of painting it or using it? Let me know. Nice one, guys. See you later, Trot.